Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel where we discuss all EV related news, events and information. Before I begin, please subscribe to the channel in case you want to stay connected to all that is happening in the EV ecosystem in India. So just hit that subscribe button before we proceed. So the first news which I will be sharing is actually yesterday's news, which I have shared in my previous video as well. Is about the launch of Mercedes-Benz EQ, guys. And as I said, that on Mercedes-Benz India website you can go and you can book, or you can at least request the test drive. You can locate the dealer nearby, or you can initiate a WhatsApp chat with the customer care. So Mercedes-Benz EQ has been officially launched in India. It is the third luxurious car entry by a foreign manufacturer. Initial two were Hyundai Kona and MG ZS EV, and so those were the two companies which had already entered this segment, and now enters Mercedes-Benz EQ. However, the difference in prices between Mercedes-Benz EQ and Hyundai Kona is vastly different. I mean, you can get Hyundai Kona at 28 lakhs, but this car is priced at 99.3 lakhs, almost 1 crore. This is definitely an extremely luxurious segment car. In case you want to know the technical specification of this car, do check out my previous video where I have discussed about the technical specification. It has a range of 400 to 450 kilometers. It has a 80 unit battery, and the range, the torque and power of the engine also have discussed in my previous video. So one thing which I would like to discuss here is that one question remains, that is Mercedes-Benz going to import this model, or they're going to assemble it, or they are going to manufacture it from scratch in India? So that is an important point, and we will have to see. My best guess is that they're gonna assemble it in India, because if they import a CBU, completely built unit in India, they're gonna levy a lot of taxes, lot of shipping charges, lot of freight charges, which will make this car even more costlier. So my best guess is gonna follow assembly model CKD, completely knocked down, where they will be importing the units and assembling it in India. One of the reasons which has been cited that why these luxurious car segments are so keen on entering in India is 5% GST. Recently, government slashed the 18% GST on EVs to 5% GST. That is one of the reasons being cited as entry of electric vehicle manufacturers in India. And about that, the CEO Martin Schwenk, Mercedes India MD, has stated this in his interview, that this is the reason that we have looked towards Indian market. And he's really cited that the GST rate is gonna be one of the driving factors for us entering. One thing that I am wondering about right now is that nobody's talking about Jaguar I-Pace. In my previous videos, I have discussed about Jaguar I-Pace. You can go onto the website of Jaguar and you can actually book pre-book that car as well. However, I just feel that they have Mercedes has strategically launched it just after it was announced that Jaguar I-Pace will be available in India, and I think that has completely overshadowed the factor, and nobody's talking about Jaguar I-Pace. I don't know. In case you want to know about Jaguar I-Pace, check one of my previous videos where I had discussed about Jaguar I-Pace. And also, as I stated, that all the news items are saying that this is the third luxurious car, or the first luxurious car in EV. Nobody's talking about Jaguar I-Pace, guys. I mean, why isn't Jaguar I-Pace a luxurious car? I mean, I don't know why it is being completely overshadowed. I guess Jaguar would have to do a better marketing job, otherwise the launch of it. You should not let Mercedes to overshadow launch of Jaguar I-Pace. Anyways, moving on to the next news, guys. It is about Audi e-tron. So Audi e-tron, as you can see on my screen, and I have been stating that 3 luxurious electric vehicle segments will be there in India. One which is Mercedes-Benz EQ, Jaguar I-Pace, and the third one is Audi e-tron. Audi has already released, or it has already unveiled its Audi e-tron model, but it is not clear that when Audi e-tron will be launched in India. But as far as we can guess, it will be launched very soon, especially with entry of Mercedes and Jaguar I-Pace. I think it is more than all the more urgent now for a company like Audi to enter into this segment and exploit it. So the model which you're seeing on the screen is Audi e-tron GTRS. Now, about this car, this car was already, as I said, unveiled in early 2020, and it is planned to be fully released in 2021, and it is gonna compete with Porsche Taycan Turbo. I repeat, Porsche Taycan Turbo. And that's what about this car is. We have to closely watch when this car will be launched in India. And so yep, let's just have a close look at it, and I'll just show you the interior of this car. I'm showing you interior of this car because I specifically liked the interior of Audi e-tron, and it's a very organic kind of design, as you can see, very customer friendly. So that's the Audi e-tron for you. The next news, guys, moving on to the next news, it is that there is a news article in timesnownews.com. You can go and read it. They have said that it might happen in Karnataka, that 20% subsidy on installation of EV charging stations. So they themselves have said, it's not official, it's not confirmed, but Karnataka may announce 20% subsidy on installation of EV charging stations. Karnataka is one of the states which has an EV policy. Delhi has an EV policy, Telangana has an EV policy which it launched in August 2020, and Karnataka has an EV policy. If I talk about Delhi, as you remember, Delhi offers 6,000 rupees subsidy or incentive on charging station, but Karnataka has announced 20%, or let me say it might announce 20% subsidy on installation of EV charging stations. 20% is pretty big amount, considering that if you install a 50 kilowatt DC fast charger, it is easily going to cost you between 30 to 40 lakhs. So if you get a 20% subsidy, you will be getting around 8 lakhs. 6 lakhs to 8 lakhs subsidy. So it's a pretty, if this is announced, definitely there will be a boost to charging infrastructure in Karnataka, especially in Bangalore. And moving on to the next news, guys, it is about a bike launch which is Nahak. It is from the group Nahak, and Nahak P14 is the bike name. I hope I am announcing it right. Nahak, and it's an Indian company. They actually originally were manufacturing two 3-wheelers, and now they are venturing into 2-wheelers. Then they might also venture into electric buses, and they will be they will be showcasing it in Auto Expo 2020, and is capable of reaching up to speed of 120 km/h. That's about the bike, and as you can see the design of the bike on my screen, a range is around 150 to 180 kilometers, and the price of the bike is around 2.5 lakhs. 2.5 lakhs, that's the price you're getting this bike. Let me just clarify, this is supposed to be a fast electric bike. Don't compare the price with the Revolt. I mean, they are pitching it as a fast electric bike, so definitely there will be a bit of premiumness to it. And so just watch out for it, watch out for the this particular bike in case you're interested. One thing that I'm noticing after making this video is that there is a lot of 2-wheelers companies launching a lot of 2-wheeler electric vehicles, and it is not clear about the supply chain of it. I think in this news article they have actually claimed that it is most of it is in made in India, but we don't know what's is actually made in India. We don't know what is being imported, and however, definitely there one trend that which I have already stated once. I'll state it again, that the two-wheeler manufacturers are entering three-wheeler manufacturing, and three-wheeler manufacturers are entering two-wheeler manufacturing. So that is one of the trends that I have noticed. And moving on to the next news, guys, it is about a country called Norway. Guys, let me tell you about Norway. Norway is being called the EV country of the world. Just to give you an idea how much electrification of vehicles has already been done, 60% of the vehicles that were sold last month in Norway were electric. 60%. Let us compare it to India. We are less than we are around 0.1% cars in terms of cars. So that is the number that Norway is hitting. And if you add hybrid vehicles, you will hit 90%, which means 90% of the cars being registered in Norway are either hybrid or electric. And Norway is considered to be heaven for electric vehicle drivers. And the best car is Volkswagen ID, and then followed by Tesla Model 3 and Polestar 2. So I will try to cover in a separate video that why Norway is being considered as the big breakthrough country for electric vehicles, as a leader for adoption of EVs. That is something which I will be discussing in a separate video. It requires a separate video, because we will have to see that what is in there in policy of Norway that led to such heavy EV policy adoption. Talking about Norway's goal, it is to reach full electrification, 100% electric vehicle registration by 2025. If I compare it to India, we have around by 2030 we want 30% registration to be electric. So anyways, we will be catching up. We have a lot to catch up, but definitely Norway can serve as a model country, model state for adoption of EVs. And you can go and this particular article is in vforum.org. You can go and check it out there. And guys, moving on to the next news, this is also an international news that Ford will be setting up a very big, rather biggest electric car manufacturing factory in Canada. Canada is also lagging a bit in terms of EV adoption, and but they are going to invest hugely into this. And Canada and one more province together have given land to Ford to set up this factory. So why I'm sharing this with you is that I want to tell you that that the adoption of EV or outlook of EV in global market, how it is happening, and how other governments, including ours, is reacting for adoption of EV. So that is why I shared this international news with you guys. So that is it for today, guys. In case you have any question, or you think that something I have missed, do let me know in the comment section. So do subscribe to my channel. I come here and make videos regularly so that I can keep you updated about whatever is happening in EV ecosystem in India, all the news, all the information, and all the learning. So please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.